Hello everyone, I'm Danny and welcome to my review of the Westside Discs Bard. The Bard is an overstable mid-range from Westside Discs. This one's in the VIP plastic, and the numbers are a speed 5, a glide of 4, a turn of 0, and a fade of 3. If you don't know what the VIP plastic is, it's the same as Opto plastic from Latitude 64 or Lucid plastic from Dynamic Discs. And if you don't know what that is, it's a fairly grippy, fairly durable plastic, and the discs that come out in the VIP plastic are generally going to be a little bit more overstable than the same disc in a different plastic. Moving on to the feel of the Bard is a beaded mid-range. It doesn't have a huge bead, but it's definitely there. So if you don't mind a bead on your mid-range, it's going to be a fantastic fit for you. It's not super deep. It does have a little bit of depth to it, but I like to think it's enough to get like a good grip on it, to make it feel like it's really solidly in your hand, like you can really slam on it and not worry about it turning or anything like that. And it just feels really good. I don't have massive hands and I have no problems gripping it, and I haven't heard anyone having trouble gripping it because their hands are too small. Moving on to the flight path of the Bard is really overstable. So on a hyzer release, it's going to hold the hyzer and dive into the ground. It's not going to get a ton of distance, but it is going to be very accurate. The thing about throwing the Bard on that sort of spike hyzer line is because it's a mid-range, it's going to stick where it hits a little bit better than a driver. I know a lot of players tend to disc up to a driver for that line, but because of the rim on a driver, it's going to tend to get a little bit more ground action. But the mid-range rim of the Bard is going to stick a little bit better and be just a little bit more accurate. On a flat release, this is where I think the Bard really shines. A flat release is what the Bard loves. It'll go very straight while it's flat and then tail off to the left at the end. It's got a ton of glide. It stays in the air for forever. And it just, it doesn't turn at all, so it's gonna go fairly straight, and then at the end it moves very far to the left. Because it has so much glide while it's fading, it stays in the air, and that gives it a lot of leftward motion. And lastly, an anhyzer release with the Bard isn't really gonna be that useful because it's not gonna hold it to get you that big, long anhyzer shot. But as sort of a secret shot you can throw with the Bard is a little, what I like to call a baby flex. It's where you put a little bit of anhyzer on the disc and it'll glide straight while it's flexing and get some easy distance and then settle right at the end. Because it's on that anhyzer, it's not gonna flare too hard to the left. It's just gonna kind of finish fairly straight. This is a really useful shot in the woods. I know a lot of people tend to have a hard time trusting hyzer flips or flat releases in the woods. It can be easy just to pop a little bit of anhyzer out there and make sure you hit your line, because the disc is gonna fly straight and then settle right at the end. And the Bard really is great on that shot. So like I said, my Bard is in the VIP plastic. The Bard is also available in the tournament plastic and the Origio plastic. And the Origio plastic is the sleeper pick here. It's a baseline plastic, so it's going to season in a little bit quicker. It's going to start fairly overstable, maybe a little bit straighter than the Bard, but as it's seasoned in, it's going to be a very nice flip to flat and glide very straight mid-range. The Bard is going to be one of those discs that you can cycle to cover all your mid-range shots if you have it in the Origio and then a more premium plastic. So let me know down in the comments if you throw the Bard, what shots you throw it for. Let me know what other Westside discs you want to see me review, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.